Hi guys, long time no see. It's very nice to see you. I'm driving home. Decided to just hop on here and talk about my day. Someone called me a woman. I mean, they're not wrong, but I was like walking out of my job and I work alone, so there's like no one in the building with me really, and there's just a bunch of like kids at this after school thing. They use the gymnasium there. They're pretty cute. And this one kid was holding the door. He was like standing in front of it, and another kid outside was like, "Hey, you're blocking the door from that woman." And I'm like, ugh, I've been aged. I mean, they were right. They were. It's just weird being seen, you know? So yeah. I work 40 hours now. It's the nature of the season that my job necessitates my job being 40 hours instead of part-time like I was. So I now come home at 5, which is pretty nice because that means I'm getting paid more. I feel like I talked about this. I don't remember if I talked about this or not, but yeah, big news. I met up with my sister like, I think it's a week ago today. She's 10 years older than me. Last time I saw her for real, I was 9. To explain it the easiest way, went no contact with my mom, and really wanted to take me with her, but it just couldn't work that way for quite a few reasons. But yeah, we got to reconnect and it was really great, but it's kind of opened a whole other can of worms that I guess I was expecting, but like not at the same time. I have a feeling this is illegal for me to do a video while I'm driving, but I could drive home with my eyes closed. Not that I would, just like I've done it so many times that like I don't know, I feel fine. Whatever, if this is frowned upon, I won't do it again. Anyway, so yeah, this has opened up a whole other can of worms, and I'm just thinking a lot about my mom lately, and we already have a pretty tumultuous relationship, and I feel like this is making it worse, and I really just want out of the house. I have a lot of student debt, and more than half of my paycheck. What is that? Oh, there's a few of them. They look like flares, like red flares. They're stuck in the ground. That was really weird. Maybe it was marking a driveway or something. This road, there's like driveways occasionally. It's very twisty, but maybe they're marking it for somebody. Anyway, so more than half of my paycheck, at least when I was working part-time, went to just paying my student loans, and recently I was able to refinance all of my loans, so instead of paying to 4 or 5 different loan services, I only have to pay one now, which is really great because I could adjust how much I wanted to pay for how long I wanted to pay it, and I'm in the middle, so I'm not paying as much as I was, but I'm not paying like the minimum, which would mean I would have to pay it until I'm like 40. So I was like, I'll do it in the middle. I know I can do it even if I'm working part-time, but now that, again, I'm full-time, it's not that big of a worry. But in saying this, I'm hoping that I can make enough money in the next few months that I can save up and move out, because I really have not been able to save a lot of my money, just because a lot of it goes straight to student loan stuff, and I'm just hoping I can save enough to get out. The place I live in, I feel like might be a little expensive, but there are a lot of like farming community towns closer to where I work that I'm hoping I can just, I don't know, little 2-bedroom maybe. I don't know. I have birds, as I've shown. I'd really not like to be in the same room as them because they do produce a lot of dust, and that it just doesn't seem healthy. Like, they need time away from me, I need time away from them, in the sense that we don't need to be constantly eyeballing each other, you know? So that'd be nice. But yeah, I think some space away from my mom and just the family, which is literally just my mom and her husband and his kids, would be good for me. There's a lot of work that I want to do with myself that I've been trying to do, but I'm very limited, and I'm really tired of being ridiculed for trying, because I'm always being seen, you know? Like, I don't know, this is the age where you're supposed to, like, do weird stuff and do whatever you want, and it's like, my mom always has something to say, whether it's the way I dress, or the way I talk, or the things I'm interested in, and I'm sick of trying to explain or justify the way I do things. I'm an adult, I'm not a child anymore, and I don't know, I love going to work because, sure, yeah, I'm alone, but also I feel like an adult. I dress up, I come home, like, in my outfit, and then I feel like a child again. But in the office, I feel like, oh, I'm a real person, I'm a real boy, like, I have meaning, people take me seriously, I'm paid for a real job, and it's powerful to me, that feels meaningful, that I feel like that really does do a lot for my self-esteem and for how I view myself, and it has done a lot for me, having a job. Whether it was when I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, or for the graphic design agency when I just got out of college, or this job that I have now, like, any of them, just having money, making my own money, not having to be 100% dependent on those around me. I hate relying on people. I genuinely hate it, especially because as a kid it was used against me. You know, you're a child, you have to be like 100% dependent, but I don't know, it's always just used against you, so, or at least it was used against me, so I went out. I really, really, really went out, and yeah, I don't want this to be like a super long video, so I might cut it here soon. So my job, part of it is data entry, and it's only because of the time of year. I will explain what I do eventually. It's just kind of hard to explain, and I really just don't want to do it right now. So the data entry part of it is fine. I'm very picky about keyboards, though. Very picky. And the one I use at work is this kind of piece of shit fake typewriter thing that I got from Amazon a couple years ago that I used for my shit computer at home, the bad one I had before, and I hate it. It's way better than like the Apple Magic Keyboard that they have and offered me and I used, but I really am just not a fan of typing on it. So I've decided that I bought myself a new keyboard and a new mouse. I will keep the mouse at home and the new keyboard at home, but my nice keyboard that I use at my one desk at home, I'm going to take that in for work. It's a really nice mechanical keyboard with, I think, brown switches or something. That was like a hyper interest of mine, hyperfixation, for about a month or two. It was very like, it was micro, it was very small, it lasted for a short period of time, but it was very intense. I only watched like keyboard YouTubers. I learned all about switches, the different kinds, things like that, and I did a lot of research about what like keyboards I wanted. And then it kind of flipped on its face, and I was like, I just care about aesthetic now. Like, I want it to look nice, but I also want it to sound nice. So the keyboard that I got this time, I think I didn't do as much research about which switches I wanted, but just wanted to make sure that it would look nice. It also has a knob, so I'm excited to experience that, see what that's like. I feel like the fancy people have knobs on their keyboards, and I'm excited to be included in that group. So yeah, I think that is everything. I really hope that's not a police officer. I don't think so. I see black cars and I panic, because I'm like, are you a government vehicle? Are you a cop in disguise? I really hope not. There was one time, I'm all over the place right now, I'm so sorry for that. There was one time I thought I was getting pulled over, but apparently I was just going too slow, and a cop wanted me to pull over so he could pass me. And that happened like on the exit to get on a highway, like coming home from work, and that my heart was like in my mouth all the way home after that. I also had a brief stint where I was coming home at 3 a.m. because I was out with my ex at the time, or my ex now, but and I'd be coming home at 3 a.m. and I had the same police officer follow me to my house like 3 or 4 different times. I don't know who he was or why he did that. I'm guessing he was just making sure I got home safely, but it scared the shit out of me, because it made me think like, oh, he thinks I'm driving drunk or something, or I'm a ne'er-do-well because I'm out at 3 a.m. But it's like, what if I'm coming home from like a night job? You don't know. So fuck cops for a plethora of reasons, but yeah, power. I fuck cops, whatever. I don't even. A cab. Okay, this car is going really slow. I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna road rage in my head just a little bit. I hope you have a great day, morning, evening, tomorrow, rest of the week. It's almost Friday, except it's not, but it kind of is. So